What's up, people of the world? It's me again, Alex Swimmer, aka AP3Jump, and today I am reviewing Loud House content, but I'm not reviewing an episode today. I am reviewing, bam, the fourth graphic novel known as Family Tree, and yeah, this came out in August of 2018, and there's a lot of interesting stuff here. One thing I want to point out really quick is that the colors on Lincoln's skin and everything, they're a little, I don't know, they look a little off, like they kind of look a little sunburnt. You can't really see it through the video, but if you see it in person, then, or at least my copy, it looks like they're kind of sunburnt. I don't know. That's a really weird thing to. That's a real weird thing to have. Oh, in the, in the corner right here it says Jordan Koch, because he drew this cover art right here. I love this little background image right here too, by the way. It's freaking awesome. Now, there's a lot of good things to say about this. The stories in here are quite good, and in my personal opinion, these graphic novels get better and better and better as they go on. I thought I wasn't recording for some reason, but yeah, these. If it sounds like I'm repeating myself, then I apologize. I mean, this is sort of a collective review. If I were to review each of these stories in here individually, then that would be completely pointless and take up way too much time. With that being said, a lot of the stories in here are bite-sized stories, whereas others are sort of full-fledged stories, much like what you would see in the actual show. And yeah, that. There are a lot of great stories in here. There's it stars the Casagrandes, just like the last graphic novel did. It heavily features them in this. There's like two or three stories in here that involve them in one way or another, and it, like I said before, I love seeing these guys, and yeah, it's awesome getting to see what their show is going to be like throughout these comics, and we actually sort of first got a taste of that in the third graphic novel, and then we got a taste of that in an actual episode, like very recently, within the most recent episodes. And yeah, getting to see their stories in here once again, it's it's a real treat, and it's nice to see seeing the creators testing the waters of how this show is, how this family is going to resonate with audiences before the actual series premieres in about a year or two. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to that extended story arc. By the way, it's not just the Casagrandes that get the spotlight. There's also a lot of side characters that get the spotlight too, such as Lincoln's friends, Flip, and yeah, we even get more insight about some of the side characters, because the third graphic novel, Live Life Loud, had a huge it started off with, first off, these books, it started off with just descriptions of the Loud family, and then the second book had the Loud family, and then some other characters, and then the third graphic novel, we get descriptions for the Loud family and all of the Casagrandes, and plus some other people, Sam Sharp included, and she's in the little character biographies in this graphic novel, but she's not featured in this graphic novel whatsoever. And then we lead up to this, and then we have we have descriptions for all the Loud family and Casagrande family members, plus even all the major background characters and supporting characters. We even get descriptions for Pop Pop, Aunt Ruth, Mr. Grouse, who we learn his first name in this, and Flip, and yeah, so that's really cool. One of my favorite stories in here has to be the very last one, Lucy's ABCs of the Loud House, and it's a very creative story. It's a parody on I forget the name of the artist that it's based on, but it's a parody of like a certain poet's alphabet describing a bunch of different like deaths. I don't remember if they're real life or not, but yeah, that's what that's based on. And I'll show you an example like really quickly. Boom, that's what I'm talking about. And yeah, there's also one shot where there's a lot of clever shots in here. There's one shot where it looked I didn't even think to I didn't even think to bring this up until another person who reviewed this brought this to my attention, that there's this one shot where most of the sisters are all in their respective colors, and, like lined up in a row, and that's the one that features Read Aloud. I can't remember what that one is, but thank you to Ryan W. Mead, I think is who reviewed that. Yes, thank you, Ryan, for pointing that out to me. And before any of you in the comments say I'm ripping him off, I'm not ripping anyone off. I swear, I don't plagiarize anyone else's reviews. Yeah, I don't do that. That is frowned upon, no matter like what you're doing. Yeah. So overall, I give this graphic novel a 9.5 out of 10. It overall has a nice collection of really solid stories, and they're all just very well done. Now, certain people's art styles, the way they draw the characters, I prefer more so than others. But in terms of like, you know, the content of the stories in general, they're all just extremely solid, and I can't really complain about anything in here. So yeah, the next graphic novel to come after this is, well, number 5 is technically A Man with a Plan, but the next one, like the real next graphic novel, is supposed to be Left in the Dark. I believe that comes out in November, I think, and that one is the very first graphic novel where all of the stories take place within the same night, and they are all interconnected with one another. They're all just one massive story. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to getting that. The cover art for that was my lock screen wallpaper on my phone for the longest time. It's just that right there is a really awesome cover photo. It's one of the best it's one of the best cover arts for any of these graphic novels that there is. And I can't wait to get that, and I can't wait to get Man with a Plan as well. And I'm not sure when that's coming out. I don't believe those are both coming out at the same time, but I'll find out one way or another, and I will review both of those whenever they're released, whenever I can get my hands on them and you know, read them in their entireties. Anyways, that is it for me. If you like this video, then don't forget to subscribe. If you like this collection of stories, if you like any of these stories, if you like this graphic novel as a whole, then let me know what you thought of it in the comment section below. And if you like this video, like I said, then don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified of future videos I make. And my camera almost fell to the ground, but yeah. Stay tuned for more Loud House episode reviews, as well as a reaction video for the newest Nathaniel Bandy original. Coming out, that should be come out the same day that this video is released, but anyway, once again, I'm Alex Swimmer, aka AP3 Jones. Thank you so much for watching until the end. That is it for me, and I will see you soon. Goodbye and good night.